to poll for initiative. The Dungeons and Dragons live stream where the audience influences the story. My name, of course, is Ben and/or Benjamin. It says I'm known on the internet. And with me, I have Mint, otherwise known as Emmy Banshee, who'll be playing today as Lisa Forrest. Go ahead and say hi to everyone, Mint. Wait, you ain't a witch, is you?
I don't even know what you want me to say to that. First of
Go
all,
ahead and say hi to everyone. Sorry, something in my throat again.
First of all, ow. That was very loud in my ears. Second of all, shush.
Shush?
Mm-hmm.
I hate to break it to you, but we are putting on a show, so there's not going to be much shushing.
Shh.
You gonna take a nap on stream? You gonna take a nap right here?
We are sleeping.
Well, you definitely need to wake up. Do you remember where we left off? We left off on a massive cliffhanger.
Yeah, I think I told him he called him a cultist, right?
That's right. You called Logain Highever, the commander, one of the commanders of the Tyrian Templars, a cultist.
That's another thing. I didn't know he was a commander. I thought that he was. I kind of just thought that he was some guy.
Nope, he's a commander, which is an equal rank to Cyril, the other commander that you killed.
Oh.
They all commanders report to the Lord Commander, which is Nyx.
Oh. Well, that makes sense, because Cyril was a cultist too. So yeah, that tracks.
But yeah, you ended last stream by accusing Logain Highever of being a cultist. However, to recap, before that, your worst fears became true when you found out that Susie, the 10-year-old girl on the train, was in a way tied to the murder.
Susie is innocent. She has never done anything wrong.
She definitely stabbed him with a letter opener.
No, I'm her lawyer, and that didn't happen.
It's hearsay.
Yeah.
So Susie was connected to the murder. However, there were a number of clues that weren't accounted for because of that part of it. And you came to find out that Logain Highever was hiding a sigil of Bahal in a spare suit of Voidite armor.
Cultist.
And we left off with you coming forward and confronting him on the train.
Okay, but now that you have just said all of that again, I'm now thinking that maybe he found it and was put it in the Voidite armor because Voidite is like, it stops magical stuff. And now I'm worried that I just broke into this dude's luggage and he's gonna yell at me.
Yeah, you definitely you pushed the envelope, and things are gonna happen now.
And you know what? I just didn't really think about that.
You come forward to Logain and you say this, and we're gonna pick up right where we left off.
Whatever. I'm all in it now, baby. No regrets.
When you say that, Logain, like, he was looking around nervously before. He's not breaking eye contact with you now.
What are you, gay? Stop looking me in the eyes.
Gay?
Yeah.
He says, what do you mean by that?
I mean that you had a sigil of Bahal in your fucking luggage, you cultist. What do you gotta say about that?
He says, you broke into my cabin?
You murdered a guy on a train and are worshipping the devil, or I guess the god of death, when you're supposed to be worshipping the god of order? Sounds a little scandalous, and maybe like if a reporter found out about it, he would have written some bad things about the Templars, so you murdered him.
I imagine Lisa's getting up in his face right now.
I mean, he's already in her face.
Ooh. You love to see a mod 22.
I close my eyes and look away.
He says, wait a minute. I do know you.
No. I close my eyes. I close my eyes and look away.
If you can't see him, then he can't see you.
Yeah.
He says, oh my god, you're the Chaos Crusaders.
And you're a cultist.
By tier, you're supposed to be dead.
Oh, by tier? Is that really what we're doing? Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Because I don't think so.
He says, okay, I need you to trust me. This is all a massive misunderstanding.
I don't think so.
His eyes are darting back and forth between you and the car door behind you, and he says, we're on the same side.
Okay, you're gonna have to, show me some proof. Because, first of all, no. I don't believe you.
He says, it's a lot to go over right now, but first of all, I need you to understand that I did not do this murder, okay?
Okay, well, if you didn't fucking murder him, then who did?
I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out, too. We need to figure it out before we get to the station, or it's all gonna fall apart.
That's literally... Okay, I'm gonna kick your white boy ass. I have been trying to solve this murder for the last few hours while you have been standing here on your ass, not letting me investigate the crime scene.
Because I'm not supposed to. I've been trying to solve it too.
You've ever done in your whole life in the last 5 hours.
He says, I need you to understand I'm not a cultist.
Oh, well then what the fuck is this? I pull out this stuff.
It's a trap.
What do you mean? You're gonna frame the
Lord
Captain
Commander?
Nightlight?
Yes. Well, no, her name is Nyx Lumen, but yes, the Lord Commander.
Nyx means night and Lumen means light. Her name is literally Nightlight. Lisa's like, I went to school. I know what words mean.
Listen, there's not much time. I'm sure Nyx is going to be back in no time at all, but I need you to understand that I'm on your side. I've worked for years on this plan, and if you disrupt it now, it's all going to go to shit.
Dude, I'm going to kick your ass. I have done more work than you this whole time. What do you mean? What's your plan? Also, who are you? You're going to have to start giving me some answers.
I'm Logain Highever.
You can't just expect me to trust you. I look at Cassandra and I'm like, are you hearing this?
I was promoted to commander of a commander of the Tyrian Templars about 5 months ago. I've been working for years to get close to the Lord Commander, and my opportunity is finally here. Just a few more weeks, and I can dismantle this whole thing.
Okay. Well, she definitely knows who I am, so that's not gonna go over very well.
All the more reason for us to solve this murder before we get off this train.
All right,
but
fine. Let's say that I believe you. Hypothetically,
it doesn't matter. Listen, it doesn't matter if you believe me, because the way I see it, we're at an impasse right now. We're at a stalemate.
Yeah, you're on thin ice.
You could accuse me of being a cultist or for treason, and I could out you as the Chaos Crusaders.
And then we'd both die.
Mutually assured destruction. We keep our mouths shut.
All right. I look back at Cassandra and I'm like, okay, but now I'm really confused because if you didn't murder him, then I really don't know who it was.
He says,
I thought it was you.
He says, I can tell you the things that I've discovered so far.
Yeah, why? What, do you know what happened with the water?
So, I'm not sure what happened with the water.
God God damn it. Nobody knows
But-
what happened with the water.
But I can tell you this much. And as he says that, he pulls out another letter. He has the letter that Thaddeus had in his coat. But there's a second letter that he pulls out, and he says,
Okay.
I can tell you that I didn't write this note.
Okay. What is that note?
He indicates the note that he just pulled out of his pocket, and he shows it to you. And as you're looking at these two notes, the handwriting matches. And the new note says, I have proof of your plans. Meet me in the cargo car at midnight, or I leak the information.
So, where did this letter come from?
Says, this was slid under my cabin door late last night.
So, did you show up?
I did. However, I can be almost certain I was not responsible for this murder. I showed up.
Did you hit him on the head?
I showed up. And the car was empty.
You hit him on the head, didn't you?
I'm walking you through exactly what happened. Do you not want all the details? Okay, yes, he took a head wound. There, we're done. I guess I'm not giving you any more details.
No, I wanted to know.
No, it's cool. It's cool. We don't have to share any more details. you got the detail you wanted, right? I gave him a head wound.
All right, asshole.
He says, I showed up to the car. It was empty. That wrench on the ground over there, that didn't move all night. That was there when I arrived. It must have gotten covered in blood at some point during the night, but it's been in that exact spot all night long and all through this morning.
Okay, so that's not what you used to hit him over the head?
No, and I inspected it multiple times. It's not even damaged.
Okay, so it just got covered in blood. So what did you hit him with?
When I showed up to the car, no one was in here, but I noticed that jewelry box in the back of the train.
Mm-hmm.
I went to go open it, but I couldn't figure out how.
Mm-hmm.
I've only now realized that it has those two hidden switches on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I would have known that. But anyway, as I was investigating it, Thaddeus showed up.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing led to another. We started arguing.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him he needed to keep his mouth shut, and he said he needed to tell the people. We argued, and we argued, and in a fit of rage, I lashed out, and we fought.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, he fell and hit his head on the crate behind the jewelry box. He was unconscious. I never stabbed him. I don't even know where he got that stab wound from.
Yeah, that's a mystery. I guess we'll never know. But you don't know what happened with the water?
He says, "Do you know where he got that stab wound? I mean, you said you've been solving this mystery the whole time, right? So surely you know where the lethal murder wound came from, right?"
He died of natural causes.
His guts naturally opened up?
Yeah. He had a sickness, a real bad one. And
okay. He naturally grew a second belly button.
Yes.
All right. So I'm not going to tell you anymore now until you tell me something. because you definitely know something.
Cassandra, do you think I should tell him? Cassandra.
She says, I mean, would he arrest her?
I don't know. I don't want to take that chance. Look, okay, I know who did it and what happened, but it was an accident, and I can't tell you who it was, but I know that it was an accident, and he must have died some other way because it definitely was not the stab wound that killed him.
Cassandra squints a bit more and she says, "Wait, Susie stabbed him by the chest, right?"
No, she stabbed him. It was like around his waist, right? Like his lower abdomen?
No, the weapons chest.
Oh, yes.
That's toward the front of the train.
Uh-huh.
Why was his body in the back?
Well, there's also like bloody handprints around, so I figured she stabbed him, and then he like stumbled around the car and ended up falling back there. Is that? Do you think?
Maybe.
Do you think there was a third person who fucking came and assaulted this dying man?
She says, "Well, maybe. I mean, it feels very odd that he would just move to the back of the train and then die."
I look back to the guy and I'm like,
did he try to open the jewelry box?
Yeah, it had a bloody handprint on it.
Why?
I don't know.
And how did he know how to open it?
And he was trying to get... Was it his?
I don't know. And as you guys are discussing, Nyx Lumen comes through the door behind you.
I hide behind Cassandra.
She says...
Her frame is big enough to hide me.
And she says, "Logain, have you made any breakthroughs on the investigation?" He says, "Not so far, ma'am. We're probably going to need to have a full investigation once we get to port." He says, "Very well. Citizens, you don't belong back here."
What? This is the food car where the food is, and to eat the food.
This is a staff car. Please return to the designated passenger cars. Right this instant.
Okay, Mom. I don't know. I guess I glance back at what's his dick, Captain's idiot. I'm sorry, Commander idiot.
He returns your gaze and looks like directly into your eyes with like a knowing glance. And
Okay.
like slowly nods.
I don't know what that means. But I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
I'm literally hiding my full body behind Cassandra the entire time we're leaving the car.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. I guess we'll go back to Kaylin and Brecca, see what they're up to.
All right. You leave the car. And you return to the dining car. Everyone's still kind of where you left them. Helga is just finishing up finally with her breakfast. And she's
it's lunchtime now.
she's patting her stomach. And you continue through to the lounge car, where you see Brecca and Kaylin returning.
So
Franklin is also in the car.
I walk away so that Franklin can't hear me.
Okay. Sure. You guys turn the corner, and I guess discuss around the corner.
So, I don't... This is all... I'm worried that this is all a terrible misunderstanding of some kind. I I'm under the impression that 2 or more people tried to kill that man last night.
Kaylin immediately chimes in with more than 2?
I'm not sure. Because okay, he got a head wound and he got stabbed. Those happened by different people at different parts of the train car. And then but his body wound up back at the back of the car. So, and also he tried to open the lockbox, which was like, I don't know whose it was, or I have a suspicion of what was inside, but actually, no, I don't. And he knew how to open it, and then he died. So, I don't know.
Brecca chimes in and says, "Did you get a good look at the lockbox?"
Yeah, I looked at it. Why? It was all burned on the inside.
Did it have like a name or anything on it?
I don't think so. Not that I could see.
You don't recall seeing a name, no?
Yeah, no. There's no name on it. Just the inside was all burned up.
They both look at each other and back at you, since you're the one that knows more than anyone right now.
Yeah, I just don't really know where to go from here. There's more information to be had, but that stupid bitch Lieutenant Nightlight keeps getting in the way. You guys feel like distracting her?
I would like to remind you, by the way, you have 2 audience lifelines left. You can you can ask a question that will have one of 2 answers or a third answer that is neither.
I know.
But you only have 2 of those left. You used up 3 last time.
I know.
Just reminding you, making sure everyone is still aware of this.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure I need it. I just don't know what to do right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because he seemed to know more. Like, I don't know that he knew more about the murder. I still don't understand what happened with the water. And it's really bothering me because it feels like there's a chunk of this night or of this incident that I am missing. And I have no idea who is involved.
Do you say any of this in character?
Yeah, I said all of that out loud to them.
Cassandra says, okay, so maybe we should ask ourselves why the tank had to be empty for this murder to happen.
Well, what happens when the tank is empty? That tank leads to the kitchen, which that's pretty much it. It leads to the kitchen, so they use that water for the sink water and the boilers or what?
Kaylin chimes in and says, yeah, that would just be for the emergency sprinkler system, and then the sink for the staff car. Water for cooking.
Okay, so so if there was going to be a fire and somebody didn't want the sprinklers to go off, they would empty the water tank.
Sorry, what?
Yes? If there was going to be a fire in the car, like somebody was going to set a fire and they didn't want the sprinklers to go off.
Oh, okay.
They would empty the water tank.
Okay.
So
then why wasn't everything burned up?
The inside of the jewelry box was burned up and a little bit of the back of the car, I think. So it seems like there was some kind of fire And there, I think, is water damage, but not from the sprinklers. So somebody had to go get water to put out the fire? Maybe from the bathroom. No, because the blood on the door handle on the bathroom, I think, was from Susie, because she went and tried to wash herself off after what happened. I was gonna say maybe the person trying to put out the fire went to this bathroom because there was water here, but I don't know.
Okay. And then they say, but wouldn't they want the sprinkler system to go off to wash away the evidence?
Yeah, I guess. I guess it depends on what they were trying to burn. Do you think that the person who emptied the water tank and the person who started the fire are different people?
Maybe?
There are a lot of people involved in this, and my whole head hurts. Solving a murder sucks and it's hard.
They both seem dumbfounded.
I'm same. Me too. I don't know.
Cassandra says, okay, so maybe we figure out who else didn't have an alibi?
Yeah, I guess there must be other people involved other than Logain and Susie. Let me see if I can...
Brecca and Kaylin both look at each other and look back at you and say, we're each other's alibis.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't going to suspect you. And if you did it and you're not going to tell me after all we've been through, I will beat the shit out of both of you.
Brecca says, I was with Gregor through the night. He was having a hard time sleeping, so I can pretty much vouch for him, and he can vouch for me.
Okay.
And Kaylin says, yeah, I wish I could vouch for Susie, but I can't.
Yeah, but we already know what happened with Susie. She had no reason to omit telling us everything.
Yeah, I guess in a way we could think of her involvement as her alibi.
Yeah. Because and
then Brecca chimes in and says, in that case, the only people who we can't vouch for or who can't vouch for us are the conductor, Franklin, Nix, and Logain.
So
and Kaylin speaks up and says, but if all of the magic detection wards were placed by Nix and Logain, if one of them used magic, they could just not say so.
But the other would know.
But maybe they're both on the same side.
I thought so too. But now I've come into some information that is making me think differently.
Like what?
I can't tell you just yet because I don't know for sure and I don't want to lie. But let's just say I have a hunch.
They say, Lise, we're going to be pulling into port in just over an hour. Like, we need to give each other all the information we can.
And look at Cassandra.
Cassandra is like eyes darting back to you and then darting back to them.
Cassandra. Cassandra, what do I do here?
She shrugs.
Cassandra, no. Cassandra, you abandoned me in my time of need. Look, okay, things are a lot more complicated than we think. Sorry. I have to fix something really quick. My wig cap is like literally digging into my skull.
Oh my god. Yeah, please fix that. You need that brain.
Okay.
Especially right now.
It hurt real bad and I couldn't think about anything else. Okay. Luckily, I have short hair. So, yeah.
Benefits of short hair.
Anyway.
Yeah, Cassandra is like frozen.
God damn you all.
She's got like the loading symbol for like web pages over her face.
Nice. God damn it. Okay. Look. No, sorry.
Kaylin.
I have the loading symbol in front of my fucking face.
Kaylin says, it just makes sense that, I mean, they would be the murderers, right? And then Brecca speaks up and says, yeah, I mean, I highly doubt that Franklin did it and would just stay at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, I don't think it was Franklin. Could the conductor have been, pretending to sleep?
Maybe, but that would be a really bad idea since everyone would see him so close to the scene of the crime.
Yeah. I don't know what to believe. Well, if it's not the conductor and it's not Franklin,
and it's fucking Glampora.
But if it's not the conductor and it's not Franklin, it's not any of us. And did Thaddeus? I'm trying to think. Maybe Thaddeus did something before he died that caused the fire and the water damage. Wait.
Like,
wait,
what?
no. Hold on. Well, maybe, potentially, but wait. Thaddeus? Wait. The letters had the same handwriting. One was sent to Logain, and Thaddeus had one in his pocket. But the one in his pocket wasn't written by him. So somebody sent both of them letters. So there was somebody else involved.
Cassandra says, oh my god, I think you're right.
Yes. I need a sample of everyone's handwriting.
And Kaylin says, what do you mean, both the letters? Are you not telling us something super important?
Yes, but I told you I don't know for sure.
We don't know any of this for sure.
Okay, Logain says that he is the one who hit him on the head, but...
So he's the murderer!
No, I don't think so because he didn't die of that head wound. He knocked him out. and then he left. But they had both received letters from someone to meet them in the cargo car, and the handwriting doesn't match Thaddeus's, and Thaddeus had a letter, and so did Logain. So I think somebody else wrote both of them letters to meet in the cargo car, and then Logain and Thaddeus got into an altercation, and Logain beat Thaddeus over the head with something, and he went unconscious.
Rekka says, or the second letter could be a red herring by Logain.
Yeah, I need a sample of his handwriting. I don't know how to get that. Okay. So let's say, well, I don't know, because it could be a red herring and he could just be a bullshit liar and a cultist, or he could be telling the truth and and someone else is involved. But I have no idea who that would be. Franklin just went in the car. This sucks. I just don't know what to do from here.
Cassandra says we could go back to talking to people.
Yeah, but we've already talked to him. Who are we going to talk to?
I mean, the conductor, for one.
We didn't... What would we ask him?
I mean, if we're sure that it couldn't have been Nyx or Logain...
It had to be someone else.
Then the only other people who don't have alibis are the conductor and Franklin. And unless Franklin is, like...
secretly a psychopath?
secretly, like, thinking 20 steps ahead of us, I think that means it's the conductor, right?
I guess. All right, let's go talk to him.
You head down. Brekka and Kalen stay back and just keep theorizing. Does Cassandra come with you?
Yeah.
You go back to the dining car, and Helga says, friends, this is your captain speaking. Solve the murder. I am going to take a little nap. I'm very sleepy after my big breakfast.
Yeah, we're on it, Helga. Thanks.
She says, you're doing great, soldiers.
Thank you. Hey, Helga, you didn't happen to get up at all last night, right?
Helga, roll over. Why?
That's not what I meant. Okay, nothing. Never mind. You're good.
Okay. Helga, very heavy sleeper.
Yeah, I figured.
Geraldine is sitting arms crossed in his chair, looking very huffy.
What's got you in a tizzy, dude?
I'm being prevented from providing adequate service on my own train. I was supposed to be preparing lunch by now, but they have the cars locked down.
Nah, that's fair. Hey, so... why do you think you got all sleepy last night?
How am I to know? I barely consumed anything last night.
What did you eat?
The same dinner as everyone else.
Did you have anything special to drink?
I suppose I had some coffee last night, but it's the same coffee as everyone else. Right there, the coffee car. And he indicates this little coffee counter right here.
Can I inspect it?
Go ahead.
Investigation or perception?
Yep.
Okay.
Investigation.
Fuck yeah. 19.
Honestly, the whole thing, you don't really notice much of anything, but with a 19, you notice just a tiny, like a couple flecks of powder on the table. Just like 2 or 3 like grains, like you almost miss it.
Hey, Geraldine. What kind of condiments do you usually keep stocked at this bar cart? Or this, coffee cart?
Oh, just everything that's there right now. Liquid sweeteners and creamers for the coffee that is brewed in the morning.
And you wouldn't happen to have any, like, powdered sugar or, like, anything white and powdery around here normally, right?
No, it would cause too much of a mess. 'Tis so hard to get dust particles out of fine garments. I would know.
When you made your coffee, were you alone?
Not particularly, but there were quite a few people in the dining car that night.
Who?
Oh, quite a few. Franklin, for one. I believe, Gregor and Susie were here as well. And, of course, I believe, that woman and that other person, I can't quite remember their names at the moment. They were also there.
Kaylin and Brecca?
Yes, those two. The gymnast and the engineer.
Okay. Did your coffee taste funny?
I suppose now that you mention it, it did taste a bit strange, but I assumed I had just left it on the heat too long.
And you fell asleep shortly after drinking coffee?
A few hours afterward, yes.
Few hours.
Lux just said cocaine in chat. Yeah, you notice under his nose he's got a bit of white powder.
I have a problem.
Good. No, not good. Bad. Okay. Interesting. I wish... of all the times I wish I was a magic user, you know? It would be so helpful right now. But alas...
Geraldine says, "You wish that you were a magic user? A magic is a curse upon the citizens. It's a monstrosity that you should be thankful that you don't have."
Well, sure, but I just mean, like, I guess you... I guess I suppose there was an investigator on board instead. Well, I guess there's the Lord Commander, but she's not a real detective. Anyway.
I would ensure you to hold your tongue, miss.
Excuse me, I wasn't talking to you.
I'm just
Please don't eavesdrop on my conversation.
I'm merely reminding you that disrespect to the Tyrian Templars is strictly forbidden.
Yeah. Anyway, I got more people to investigate. Okay. I walk away from him.
Okay.
I guess towards the front more with Cassandra. And I say quietly to her, "Do you think we're being played by Kaylin and Brecca? Because, I mean, I guess I don't know that I believe him, but there was a white powdery substance around there where there normally isn't any. And I'm wondering if somebody slipped a little, like, sleeping draught into his coffee. And...
Cassandra says, but they both had alibis, right? Well, I guess Kaylin didn't.
No. But Kaylin didn't because of Susie. And Susie was a part of it. So I feel like there's a lot of dots that I'm just not connecting.
Cassandra says, well, would Susie really be their alibi, though? Because, I mean, if Susie wasn't in her cabin, then no one can account for Kaylin.
Yeah. And, I mean, Kaylin really didn't like Thaddeus, but what do they have against Logain?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess he's a Templar. But if they knew that he was... If they knew his secret or whatever... Which I'm not even sure that I believe his secret. Why would the... like, person involved in the resistance... Why would they try to out somebody trying to take down the Templars? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have a migraine.
She says, maybe alibis aren't important? I mean, I feel like we've hit a wall on everyone who didn't have alibis.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, people with alibis could be lying, but...
So then how could they have done the murder while having an alibi? I guess
Maybe
that should be the next question, right?
Yeah.
Helga says, "Oh, I know who did it. I have pieced it all together. I've been thinking this entire time and listening very closely to what everyone says.
Okay, and what is your conclusion?
Thaddeus killed himself. Thaddeus, now listen. Thaddeus have no friends. He get very depressed at that realization. Get very sad that everyone on the train hate him. So, he kill himself. Get very sad and want to die. It is not a happy ending, but Helga has solved the mystery. This is why friendship is important."
You're right, Helga. Why don't you go take that nap now?
Okay. And Helga goes back to sleep. You take care of all the details. I solved the mystery for you. Now you handle details.
Oh, you're taking a nap here on this table?
Why not?
Okay. Well, I don't doubt that. I don't know.
You have 2 lifelines.
I know, but I don't know what to ask.
Could try thinking of some questions.
And I'm not sure they would know either.
I will say, if you boys want Mint to ask a question, you can't say what the question is, but you can absolutely encourage the use of lifelines.
I just feel like there's a lot of information that I still don't have, and I don't know who to talk to get it.
Cassandra says,
All right, hang on. I think we're thinking about this all wrong.
Okay. That seems right.
Maybe we should be thinking about it like, why did the killer have to have an alibi? Maybe the alibi was part of the murder.
Well, you have to have an alibi to not be implicated.
Well, yeah.
But so you're saying we should think about everyone's alibis and see how they could potentially be related to the murder?
I think we should think about the way the murder was done and why the alibi makes sense with it.
Okay. Well, from what we presumably know, Logain and Thaddeus received letters to go to the cargo car at midnight. They showed up. They had an altercation. Logain beat him over the head. And he didn't finish telling me what happened, but I'm assuming that maybe he just left after that, if no one else showed up. And then Susie showed up later while Thaddeus was unconscious and stabbed him with her letter opener and then ran away. And we don't know what happened after that, but that's where the blood came from. That's where the prints on all of the stuff. And I'm assuming that's when all the stuff with the fire happened. Susie said she couldn't remember what the room looked like. So I'm not sure if the water stuff happened before or after Susie stabbed him. I was going to say after, but now that I'm thinking about it, if there was water damage, wouldn't it have washed away some of the blood? Like, I know that
I think we talked about that. The blood was a little bit smudged, right? So maybe a little water entered the cabin at some point, just not a full tank.
Yeah. So what happened to the full tank of water?
I think maybe let's lay out all the details that aren't accounted for right now.
Okay. The details, the things that I do not know. The jewelry box, and with that, the fire, and the warped wood, or like the introduction of water. And yeah,
Do we know for sure that there was water in the cabin?
I don't know. Sorry, I was eating gummy worms and I got like a sour, like I don't know, in my throat, and then I couldn't talk for a minute. I have no fucking idea. Kaylin said, that's another thing. If Kaylin is involved, Kaylin is the one who said water damage.
So,
right?
If all the water didn't come out of the sprinkler, and the sink recycles the water into the tank after filtering it, then where did all the water go? The water somehow left.
Yes.
But but not through those two means.
Not through the sink or the sprinklers, you said?
Yes.
So the only other option is like the tank got like disconnected and maybe it's not empty, or...
But the tank is on the outside of the train.
I know.
No one has access to it. Do they?
No one has access to it?
I don't think they should. I mean, you'd have to somehow get onto the outside of the train. I certainly can't do that.
There are the hatches that lead to the underside of the train that the engineers know how to open. Or that
Then
the
you'd have to crawl from the bottom of the train to the side of the train.
I guess the conductor might have access since it's his train, but I don't know how he would get out there while the train is moving. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, it's possible, I guess. I just don't know how. Is there...
Cassandra says, I want to see something.
And she walks through the door behind her and stands on the platform between the cars. And
Cassandra,
you watch.
what are you doing? You have too much to live for.
As she looks the cars up and down, and then grabs onto the side of the car that you are inside of.
Cassandra, what are you doing?
And rolls really poorly.
No.
She attempts to get a foothold on this very thin, railing along the side of the car, like this trimming, and slips her footing and just barely holds on with her hands and like dangles for a few seconds before getting her footing back on the platform and lets go of the trim that she was holding on to. And she says, okay, so I couldn't have done it.
Yeah, I think we got that, Cassandra. What the fuck was that? I was just lost my girlfriend.
She says, I want to see if there's any way to get to that tank, but like, you would need an incredible amount of skill to be able to do this. I don't know that most people could.
Like an acrobat?
And she returns to the car.
Like an acrobat?
She says, I guess so, yeah.
I kick the door open. I go to find Brecca.
You come forward and Brecca and Kaylin are still talking.
I walk right up to Brecca.
Okay.
I fucking push her against the wall.
Oh my god. Okay. You push Brecca against a wall.
I'm gonna ask you this once. And if you fucking lie to me, there are gonna be some consequences.
She says, what the fuck is going on? Oh, get your hands off me.
Did you climb on top of the car and dislodge the water tank?
What? No.
Gregor was asleep, and you could have slipped out whenever you wanted.
No, he wasn't. He was awake the whole night. Where's this coming from?
I don't believe you.
Well, I don't know why you wouldn't believe me.
Cassandra said it herself. It takes a lot of skill to get up on top of the train. And the only person on this train with any kind of skill like that is you.
Okay. But I didn't. Why would I even need to?
I don't know yet. Because you didn't want the sprinklers to go off?
Kaylin steps forward a little bit and says, "Okay, Lise, you've been acting really strange."
Okay,
And-
they do not know my name is Lise.
They say, Cece, you're acting really strange all of a sudden. And now you're threatening Brekka?
Because I don't know who to trust. I feel like everybody's lying to me, and I don't know what the truth is.
They say, okay, but why would it be Brekka? She's worked with us this entire time.
Well, that's a great way to throw suspicion off yourself, is to work with the people trying to solve the murder.
She's been the most cooperative out of all of us. She was one of the few people who was okay with her bag being searched.
Yeah, another way to avoid suspicion, because she knew that probably a lot of other people on this train wouldn't want their bags searched.
She says, I also don't really have a strong reason to want to kill him.
I'm not saying that you...
He wrote a bad review about me as a gymnast. Oh no.
Brekka, let me see your handwriting. I pull out a notebook and I give her a pen.
She writes, hello, my name is Brekka, and it looks like chicken scratch.
Why is your writing terrible?
Okay. Cece, you're being kind of a dick right now.
Yeah, that's part of who I am. All right. I guess I let her go. I'm like, all right, but you're on thin fucking ice. Somebody's lying to me about something, and I don't trust it.
Brekka says, all right, but we've been working with you this entire time. There's no reason for us to work with you if we killed him.
Like,
I still think it was those fucking Templars.
There could be a reason, and I just don't know what it is. Like, yeah, a bad review isn't enough to fucking kill somebody over, I don't think. I would hope not. I get Kaylin's handwriting too. I'm like, you next.
They write down in much neater handwriting. It's like very blocky letters. And they say, you gonna make fun of my fucking handwriting too?
Am I? That's the danger.
The handwriting of the two letters was very eloquent and like kind of cursive-y.
Damn. I mean, and you could just be faking your handwriting. I don't know what this is helping. I guess I go around asking people to write something.
Sure. Franklin's tied down though.
I untie Franklin's hands.
Oh no! You untie Franklin right as Nyx is coming into the car.
No, I untie his hands so that he can write.
You're untying his hand, and Nyx says, "What are you doing?"
I want to see his handwriting.
That is not for you to do. Franklin is under arrest.
Okay.
For impeding an investigation.
Why was nobody watching him? You just tied him up and left him here.
Because he's under arrest.
Okay, can you tell him to write something down?
No, please do not interfere with official business.
All right, fine. I push past her to the next car.
you head into the next car, and Helga says, "You are still investigating. How long does it take to resolve all details?"
It takes a long time, Helga. Go back to sleep.
But we already solved it. Just tell them it was tedious. They'll figure it out.
You're dreaming, Helga. Go back to sleep.
This is a bad dream. I like the ones where I fly.
Okay. I get Geraldine. Hey, motherfucker, I need your handwriting.
You walk forward to Geraldine, and you ask him to write something, and he says, "Why?"
I'm just taking notes, comparing handwriting skills.
For what purpose? I don't understand.
I'm trying to improve my handwriting, and it helps to see other people's.
Oh,
Give me a persuasion check with a very low DC.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
22.
says, "Oh, I can absolutely understand why you'd want to learn handwriting from yours truly."
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you go ahead and write me a few lines?
Says, I used to be a noble, so I had to learn to write very, very beautiful lettering.
Wow, amazing. I'd love to learn that from you.
And he writes on a scrap of paper, "Hello, my name is Geraldine Glampora," in the most like exaggerated, eloquent, like cursive, like script with like little massive hoops for the letters and everything, and like curls the end of the A underneath itself, all fancy like, and he says, "There for you to study."
It's like too eloquent for the letter, right?
Give me an investigation check.
14.
Yeah, this one is like the other handwriting on steroids. Like this, it's ridiculously fancy.
God damn it. All right. Hey, Grega. Hey, Grega, can you help me with learning how to write?
He says,
"You don't want to learn that from me, dear."
I'm sure I do. You're a doctor.
No. Yes, I have a doctor's handwriting. Oh.
Sure, just write me a few lines. I'm just curious. You know, different handwriting. It reflects personality. It's fun.
Are you wanting a prescription, dear? I could write you a prescription.
Okay, go ahead. Write me a prescription.
He says,
"All right, but I'm going to need to conduct a physical."
He pulls out a tape measure. He pulls out a tape measure.
Sir, what are you about to measure?
He starts measuring up and down your arms, and like your legs, and like your head and your neck, like every different part of your body. And he says,
"Oh, I would absolutely prescribe extra bones, dear."
He writes up a prescription for immediate bone surgery to add bones.
Oh my god.
And hands it to you.
What does the handwriting look like?
You would not even know that that's what it said if he hadn't told you that. It kind of just looks like random lines that are kind of joined together sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It is completely illegible.
Interesting. Good to know. Okay. I head back to the back now that Officer Nightlight isn't around.
Okay. Sure, you head back, and the dining car is empty. I assume you proceed back to the door where Logain is keeping watch.
Yeah. Hey, asshole, give me your handwriting.
Says, what?
Give me your handwriting.
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm in a hurry. I don't have all day. Uh-oh. Persuasion. Whew, okay. 12?
Says, no? What, where's this coming from?
I'm trying to learn how to write, and I'm comparing handwriting. Give me your handwriting.
You don't... Oh my god, you don't know how to write.
Please just write something down.
He rubs his forehead a little bit. He says, the Chaos Crusaders, the saviors of the realm, don't know how to write?
All right. Are you really so stupid as to not understand why I'm asking everybody for their handwriting?
He says, of course I know why you're asking, but why would you suspect me? Why would I have given that letter to you if I was suspect?
Okay, everybody's asking me why they would help me if they were the murderer, and like, it's completely obvious why. So give me your handwriting so I can rule you out as a suspect of handwriting.
He huffs and writes his name on a small scrap of paper. It says, there.
What does it look like?
It looks kind of eloquent.
Sir?
Give me an investigation check.
You've been writing some letters? 15?
You can tell that they still look a little different. The way he dots his eyes is a bit different. The loops are a little tighter on his lettering. Like the letters don't reach down as far under the line. It just something about it. It just doesn't look exactly the same.
Okay. All right. You're still on thin ice.
And he says, this is a total non sequitur. People can just fake their handwriting.
I know.
Especially if you're interrogating them for handwriting.
But I thought if I lied about what it was for...
And you thought you were going to fool me.
I mean, I'm not sure how smart you are. Anyway, finish telling me what happened before Officer Nightlight comes back.
What are you wanting me to tell you?
So, you got the letter.
Mm-hmm.
You came back here.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thaddeus showed up.
We fought. He hit his head.
What were you fighting about?
Do you want me to spell it out? The fucking sigil.
Okay. And how did he know?
I don't know how he knew. I mean, he's an investigator. He's a journalist. That's his whole thing.
So Thaddeus wrote you this letter?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
But he knew about it.
I guess he could have figured it out.
What?
I don't know how he figured it out. You're asking me to tell you how someone figured out my secret.
No,
I don't know how he figured it out.
I'm wanting to know if he wrote you this letter and then showed up and was like, I know your secret. And that's why you...
It was slid under my door.
Okay, but he also had a letter that somebody sent him about a secret. So why
and the
were
lettering matches?
So why were you two arguing about the sigil if he didn't even know about it?
No, he didn't.
That doesn't make any... Oh, how did he know?
I don't know!
If he's not the one who wrote you the letter, how the fuck did he know about it?
I don't know. Maybe he told someone.
And what was his letter about? It was about a secret. What was his secret?
What? No, they were both about my secret.
What?
He pulls the letters back out, and he says, "The letter I got,
yeah,
And he says, the letter I got was, I have proof of your plans. Meet me in the cargo car at midnight or I leak the information. The letter that was on Thaddeus said, I know you know my secret. Meet me in the cargo car at midnight or you will disappear. They were both about my secret. One was a threat, and one was, I guess, also a threat. A different kind of threat. Threat he was going to leak it.
Interesting. Okay. That sounds like it's not about your secret, but I guess I'll believe you. Because if I know you know my secret, sounds like he knew something about the person who sent him this letter, not you. Unless you sent him this letter.
No, the one in Thaddeus's pocket was, I know you know my secret. If the implication is that someone gave this to Thaddeus, the implication is that I gave it to Thaddeus. I know you know my secret.
Oh, so they were trying to frame you?
I think so.
Why didn't you just say that? Oh my
I
god.
thought it was obvious.
No. Jesus Christ. Your fucking head is full of rocks. You need to
What? You're the one that didn't connect it.
You need to be straight up with me. I've been solving a murder for like 8 hours.
Cassandra says, yeah, you kind of have to spell things out for Lise sometimes. She can be really smart, but sometimes she doesn't connect two dots that seem obvious.
Okay. So the murderer lured Thaddeus and you here, and then tried to make it... Okay, did they think that... I wonder if they tried to get you to kill Thaddeus, and that way they had planted evidence, and also you would have done it. But who the fuck sent the letters? Who would want to frame you? Well,
says, I don't know. Anyone who hates the Tyrian Templars. It's no secret that fucking half the country does.
Yeah, it's most people on this train, to be honest with you.
And he says, so you think there was a third person, but who would the second person be?
I can't tell you, but...
I mean, whoever stabbed him clearly did it, right? I mean, it's a really surface level wound and really not professional, but whoever did the stabbing...
No, whoever did the stabbing is not at fault. He must have died some other way. The stabbing was an accident, and...
It was so you do know who did it. So who did it?
Okay, I'm going to tell you what happened, but I'm not going to tell you who it was. I tell him what happened, but I omit saying who it was. I say, I don't trust you enough to tell you who this person was, but I know it can't have been their fault.
So you tell him everything other than Susie's name.
I guess.
Says, so someone was outside our cabin.
Yeah.
And tried to murder the Lord Commander.
Yes.
And then someone came and walked them back to bed.
Yes.
So, give me a deception check.
Mod 20.
He says, and then that same someone came to the car looking for weapons.
Yes.
He got up and they stabbed him with a letter opener.
Yes.
Why was that letter opener not taken when they entered the train? I mean, my swords were taken, and I'm a fucking Templar.
Yeah, that's not important.
Give me another deception.
That part's not important. 12.
He says, at least there was only one person we didn't search that got onto the train.
Okay, and it wasn't that person's fault. So
Are you telling me a 10-year-old stabbed this man?
So we're going to move on because he had to have died some other way because it wasn't this person's fault.
He puts his hand on his forehead. He says, "Oh my God, why did the kid stab him?"
Because Commander Nightlight sucks asshole. That's why.
He says, "All right, so yeah, let's hope there's a third person."
Yeah, no. There's a third person for sure.
He says, "I'm not going to arrest a child." Okay, so what do you have on this third person?
They sent you letters? I've been working with Kaylin and Brecca, and I trust them, but I also don't trust them. Just like how I don't trust you, but I'm telling you all of this anyway.
He says, okay.
I don't understand what happened with the water. I don't understand what happened with the water.
He says, I've been looking the crime scene over.
Oh, you finally? You have? Other than just standing there?
I've been looking it over this entire time, Least DeForest.
Shut the hell up! Shut the hell up!
He says it uncomfortably loudly.
Shut the fuck up!
He says, yeah, so keep in mind, mutually assured destruction. Show a little respect.
No! I don't have to respect you!
All right, and I don't have to respect you either, Least DeForest.
I'm gonna fucking gut you! I'm gonna fucking gut you!
And he says, I've been looking over the crime scene all morning.
Okay.
And I don't see any other disturbance in the scene, like other footprints, although I guess they'd be washed away. Is there any way they could have killed him remotely?
Remotely? What do you mean? With magic? Only you and Nyx know if somebody's done magic.
We definitely would know if there was magic.
So there was no magic. You didn't cast any magic?
No. Other than detect magic, but no.
What did you find?
Nothing.
Did you cast? There was no magic.
We've been casting detect magic on this train the entire trip. At no point was magic detected anywhere near the train.
All right.
We can be 100% certain that no magic was used.
Okay. Well, now I'm still just more confused. Oh yeah. Okay. Also, the powder. Thank you for reminding me, Lux.
Quit giving spoilers in chat.
No, it's not spoilers. They're reminding me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, the conductor drank some coffee a few hours before he fell asleep in front of the dining car, or in the dining car. And I when I investigated the coffee stand, there was like just little flecks of white powder around. Like almost missed it. I don't know what it is, but there's no condiments around there that should look like that. And so I'm wondering if somebody spiked his coffee?
Says, I guess that would make sense. He was asleep all night from what I saw in the dining car. Although he could have been faking.
Yeah, I also agree that he could have been faking. But do you think that conductor killed him?
He says, well, why don't you suspect everyone else?
Well, at first I was only suspecting people without an alibi, but then I was told that maybe alibis were part of how the murder was done. And so now I've am going back to re-suspecting everyone, and I have no idea. Brecca and Gregor were each other's alibi, sort of. Gregor said he was awake, tossing and turning all night, and that Brecca never left the room. But she's very acrobatic, so it would make sense if she somehow got outside the train to, like, dislodge the water or something. But I don't know. That's their alibi. The conductor's alibi was that he was sleeping. Your alibi was with fucking Nyx.
He says, wait, stop. Got outside the train to disconnect the water. Do you think that's why there's no water?
I mean, I can't fucking think of another reason.
Says, okay. So then the question is, how did water damage happen in here? And how did they get the tank open? And he stops and says, the wrench.
Well, but you said the wrench didn't move all night.
It was there when I got there, but maybe they had already tampered with the tank by then.
Okay. But you didn't see any water damage or anything in here when you were in here.
No,
did you?
I did not. Just because maybe they tampered with the tank, but the water damage hadn't occurred yet. No one would know if they tampered with the tank after dinner. Once dinner was done, there would be no reason to run water in the kitchen compartment.
Right.
So from dinner time until midnight, we have basically no way of knowing that the water was ever working.
Okay.
We only know it's not working now.
I still do not understand why they needed to tamper with the water tank. To wash the blood away? But not all the blood was washed away. So do they wash away some other kind of evidence? And also, how? If they tampered with the water tank, how did they get the water out of the water tank if they tampered with it? I don't understand.
He says, hang on. If it wasn't to tamper with evidence, what other reason would there be to mess with the water tank?
If it wasn't to tamper with evidence, to help the murder? Or no? Yes? I don't know.
Maybe it was involved in the actual murder itself.
But he wasn't like, I don't know. What the fuck?
And we know for sure if the sprinklers did go off, they would empty the entire contents of the tank.
Uh-huh.
If the tank was empty, nothing would come out.
Uh-huh.
But then why would there be water damage?
Because can they empty the water tank like only a little bit? Like maybe they just took some of the water out, so then maybe the sprinklers did go off and it emptied the water tank, but only maybe whatever little water was left in there?
Maybe it wasn't water.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. It's an assumption that we have right now, right? If they're tampering with the water tank, they could have put anything in there, right?
Well, what the fuck would it be if it wasn't water?
I don't know.
Poison?
Poison?
I don't know.
And he says,
Hold on. Okay, never mind. I think that I thought of something, but then I maybe didn't.
Okay. And then he says, also, how did Thaddeus get that fucking jewelry box open? I was fucking with that thing for like 10 minutes and I couldn't figure it out.
He must
I don't think
know...
I'm stupid, so...
well, he must have known how to open it. Do we know whose jewelry box it was?
No idea.
What if it was his?
You think he put his own jewelry box back there and then tried to get it open? Why would he try to get it open? Was there something inside that he needed?
Well, the inside was all burned up. Maybe. Okay. Brecca? There was a poison at some point that that was, if you touch the poison to someone's skin, it would kill them. And Brecca took it, and she said she disposed of it. Now, I don't know what kind of consistency this poison was. In my head, I was thinking it was like a cream, because it's like topical. But if it was like a powder or something water soluble, then maybe she could have put that in the water tank, and then the rain killed Thaddeus. But then it would be like on everything, and I feel like that it would like be on all this stuff, and if you touched it, that it would kill you because it was like it would be like on everything. So that's what I was thinking, but I don't think that's what it was. So I have no idea.
I mean, whatever liquids were here have definitely since dried up.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. Just because poison's dry doesn't mean would that mean would it stop being poison?
I don't know. A lot of poisons do have an expiration time.
Okay. A lot of this is pointing back to Brecca. But I don't know why.
Don't know why what? Like what her motive was?
Yeah, if it was her, which I really don't even know if it There's just a lot of things I still don't understand. What was in the jewelry box? I don't know. The inside was on fire though. So
yeah,
it was
all burned up.
So it was something that he wanted to burn, or it was something that caused a fire. Right?
I mean, that's what I've been assuming. There's maybe something was burned in the jewelry box. I don't know if it was supposed to do that or what, but like,
I don't know where to go from here.
You got 2 lifelines.
Yeah, but I mean, they don't know any more than I do.
I will tell you, they are all discussing a lot in the spoiler chat.
Okay. If it was Brecca, I don't know what her motive would be. Because even like she said, all Thaddeus did was write a fucking thing about her.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yeah, but now that I'm saying that out loud.
He says, yeah, I mean, to be fair, it was the first and only, like, interview anyone had ever had with her, but I certainly wouldn't think that that's murder-worthy.
I wonder. Brecca really doesn't like you.
What?
Brecca?
Why not?
I
mean, I guess I'm a Templar, but like,
Brecca
specifically?
No, you and Nyx both. She has been saying repeatedly that she thinks you two murdered him. Which she wasn't wrong about you bonking him on the head. But and I mean, that could just be, because fuck Tyr and the Templars. But I'm wondering if, Because whoever murdered Thaddeus did it to try to frame you, right? That's what you said?
I mean, that's what it feels like.
So maybe this murder wasn't even about Thaddeus. It was about a Templar murdering an innocent person.
Maybe. But then why me specifically, and how would she even know about my secret? I mean, I know Thaddeus did because he's an investigative reporter, but she's hardly one. And I mean, unless you're suggesting that everyone knows my secret, in which case I'm clearly not very good at my job.
The letter was slid under your door.
Yeah.
How did you know that it was for you?
I mean, it said my secret.
But there was
I
no...
have a very obvious secret. And the moment
But
I showed up at the car, Thaddeus also knew about my secret.
But
You saying Thaddeus knows about someone else's secret? Right? Do you think he knows something about Nick's?
I'm just trying to come up with other things. I'm just trying to come up with anything at this point. All I'm saying is the letter wasn't addressed to anyone specifically, and it was slid under your door that you share with Nyx. So you do have a secret.
Yes.
And I guess Thaddeus did know about it. But so I guess it is more plausible that it was about you. I don't know. I was just thinking
I was under the impression that Thaddeus was also well aware that his letter was talking about the Sigil of Bahal. That's what I gleaned from our altercation.
Okay.
Now, what that means, I don't know.
Well, I don't know either. God damn it. This feels like somebody much smarter than me should be doing this. I don't
Cassandra
know.
says we could always get Helga on the case.
Shut up.
I mean, she did solve it already.
Don't even joke about that. I look back at him. There's no way he killed himself, right?
He says, how?
I don't know. Clearly something happened in here with fire and water that we don't know about. He could have done it to himself, I guess.
What, do you like strangle him? He didn't have strangle wounds. Did he?
No, I don't know.
Just keel over? I don't know how he would do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he was already bleeding out.
Maybe there was a gun in the jewelry box that shot him in the face.
So his only wounds, his only external wounds were the stab and the bonk on the head?
Yes.
So, but if he was poisoned, we wouldn't know.
He says, no, I suppose not. Not until we perform a proper autopsy.
We don't have time for that. Oh, this sucks. I don't know what to do. I feel like I have
to reiterate for a third time, but you do have autopsy lifelines.
But
They are literally meant to help you when you get stuck.
But I don't know what to ask.
That's fair. We don't know jack shit.
Yeah, see? They don't know anything either. Just because they're talking about it doesn't mean that they've actually discovered anything. Okay. Okay.
How did the jewelry box get burned up?
It was burned on the inside. So I'm assuming that either something was placed in the jewelry box and lit on fire, or whatever was in there was like flammable and or like capable of starting a fire and then just like burst into flames.
So then maybe opening the jewelry box was an inciting incident.
Maybe the jewelry box was rigged to burn what was inside if it was opened, or like opened in the wrong way or something.
Maybe. It'd be impossible for us to tell. Everything inside is burned up.
That sucks. And whose jewelry box is it?
Your guess is as good as mine. But I'll tell you this much, if I had a way to open it, I would have already opened it before Thaddeus even got there.
Yeah. And Thaddeus knew how to open it. Maybe he overheard someone talking about it?
Maybe.
I guess
But
I could
then-
ask around.
Whose would it be?
Well, it's a jewelry box.
Would someone
I-
even admit to having a jewelry box that was involved in the murder?
Yeah, probably not. Well, I mean, does everyone know that the jewelry box was involved in the murder?
I mean, it's no secret at this point, I'm sure.
Okay.
Most of the train was here when we were investigating earlier.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, I have no idea. I don't know how to find out whose jewelry box it was if everybody won't admit to it. We have no way of knowing what was inside. And the only way to ask Thaddeus how he opened it is to raise him from the dead. So, fuck me, I guess. I really, I still,
And then he says, "Oh God, sorry, I just realized we're gonna have to fucking tell his next of kin."
oh yeah, he was supposed to be meeting up with his fiance, right?
That's right. I mean,
You're gonna tell her that you bonked him on the head?
to my knowledge, I mean, she's a noble, so they haven't been together very long, so hopefully she won't be too devastated, but I hate breaking that news.
Was it her jewelry box? Was he... Didn't he say... Hold on, I look back at Cassandra. Did he say he was bringing her like a gift or something? I can't remember.
Cassandra says, "I don't recall that, no."
Okay, never mind. I thought I remembered him saying something like that. Okay, but he is meeting up with his fiance. Maybe it was for her? But what was in it? And why did it burn up?
He says, I mean, that I don't know why you're assuming that it's his jewelry box.
Well, because he knew how to open it.
I mean, that's
And
fair,
you-
but are you saying that he burned his own jewelry box?
Maybe if he didn't want anyone to find out what was inside.
Okay. So why did he place it back there, have me come in, and then come in and burn it himself? Why would he not just burn it in his cabin? Or
Yeah,
even before he got on the train?
it was probably not his. But then why did he want to burn whatever was inside? Was it...
I don't know.
Did he... Okay, and did he burn it? Because he opened it. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Because either he burned it, someone else burned it, or it burned itself when someone opened it. He did open it because it did have his blood on it.
Yes, it did have a bloody handprint.
I just don't know. Like, I don't...
He says,
Okay.
If he opened it,
Mm-hmm.
and the insides were burned,
Mm-hmm.
are we assuming that the burning happened after he opened it? In which
I
case,
think so.
how does that relate to the murder? I mean, his mustache was singed off, so it must have been a pretty big flame.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know that would kill him. I guess I didn't. When you asked if there were other external injuries, I guess there is the soot on his face, but I'd hardly call that an injury.
Yeah.
So it must have been a pretty big flame.
How does that relate to the murder? Could he have died of smoke inhalation?
He would have had to stand over that flame for quite some time.
Okay. Maybe
I don't know, maybe talk to the doctor.
Maybe someone came in while he was burning whatever was in there.
So then it would have to be someone without an alibi. So then we're back to Geraldine or Franklin or myself or Nix.
Or the conductor. Which I guess
But I assure you, it's not me or Nick, or it's not me. And if it's not me, it's not Nix. Because again, I'm a very light sleeper, and I was in the car the whole night, and I didn't get woken up once.
Did you get a sleeping draught?
I don't think so.
Did you get any coffee before bed?
No.
Somebody slip a little something into your drink?
No.
Okay.
I ate my meal as it was prepared by Geraldine. And that's it.
Well, he is a suspect. No, but they wanted you to... They sent you the letter, so... What does Nix's handwriting look like?
Says kind of similar to mine. Why? We're required, if you're going to be a commander, you have to have, good handwriting because you write orders for all the troops below you.
But you would recognize her handwriting if you saw it.
Probably, yeah. She has a very distinctive penmanship.
Okay. Okay. So I guess we're back to just the people who don't have an alibi. But Cassandra said that we should think about what if the alibi was like a part of the murder? Like why somebody had to have a specific alibi?
Yeah, I'm just spitballing ideas here, but but yeah, if it's someone who had an alibi, then maybe we should see how that alibi played into the murder. Because, maybe it's not as much of an alibi as we think.
Okay.
After all, if it has to be someone with an alibi, we should ask, is the alibi valid?
Okay. Let's go through everybody's alibis again.
Okay.
Me, you, and Helga. We're good. We're gonna assume that he and Nix, other than what, his involvement.
Cassandra says, it's been me the whole time! No.
Gregor says that he was tossing and turning all night and that Brecca never left.
Mm-hmm.
The conductor says that he was asleep. People saw him sleeping, though he could have been pretending, but I did find that powder near the coffee cart, though I guess it could have been anything, but it could have been a sleeping draught. Franklin was in the cart, but I don't know. He fucking passed out at the sight of the blood.
So we're thinking that he was dosed with the sleeping, I guess, medication when he had that coffee. So then, who all was in the car again? It was Gregor and Susie.
Gregor has sleeping medication.
Yeah. Wait, you think it was Gregor?
I mean, he is a doctor, and I think probably the only one with sleeping meds. If somebody ground them up and put them into Geraldin's coffee.
So then it's Gregor.
Could it have been Gregor and Brecca?
Both of them?
Cause Gregor can't get up on that fucking on that roof to get that water tank, but Brecca can.
Maybe. Wait, they were in the same cabin together, right?
Yes. So they are each other's alibi. But if they were both in on it,
wouldn't... I guess, yeah. And then they would both have access to each other's supplies, too.
Yeah. I guess Brecca... Unless it was Brecca acting alone and just stealing Gregor's sleeping pills.
Maybe.
We should go talk to Gregor about his sleeping pills.
Sure.
Right? Does what I'm saying make sense? Like, does it sound plausible?
Kinda. I mean, at this point, I'm a bit lost, so...
I'm also lost, but this is something. I guess we're gonna go with it.
And Logain says, "Oh, fantastic. Good to know that everyone's lost."
Yeah, well, it's a murder, Logain. Not everybody's just gonna know what happened. It'd be a lot more helpful if I could cast magic, but no.
And he checks the clock and says, "Well, we're pulling into port in about half an hour, so..."
Okay, well, I'm gonna solve this murder really quickly, so leave me alone. I run to the next car.
All right. You sprint over to the dining car where Gregor is.
Gregor.
Okay. You're gonna beat up Gregor now too? Actually,
No,
at this point, Gregor is... Susie has reemerged from her train cabin and is sitting across from Gregor, and they're playing cards again. And she is like sweating a little bit and looks really fucking nervous and like fidgety.
Oh, Susie. Susie, I thought we told you to wait in your car.
She says, "Yeah, but I don't know. Sometimes playing games with Gregor makes me feel better."
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. Cassandra, why don't you take Susie to play some games? And I'm gonna have a quick chat with Gregor.
She says, "I don't know games for kids."
Play dominoes with her.
And Gregor says, "What is it all about?"
Gregor, I just have some things to talk to you about.
Is this about my practice?
No.
I run a very legitimate practice.
Why are you suddenly talking about your practice?
He says, "Why are you trying to get me alone?"
I want to speak to you about something.
he says,
It's about the bones, isn't it?
It's not about the bones, Gregor.
You're trying to take Susie's bones.
At least, like, hits her head on the side of the wall. She's like, all right, Gregor. I sit down next to him. All right, Gregor, where are your sleeping pills? Where do you keep them?
Susie says, what's going on?
Nothing, Susie. Gregor.
Cassandra says, let's go play hopscotch, Susie.
Hopscotch?
Just,
On
I
a
don't have
train?
dominoes.
On a train?
Just, what would you recommend?
I don't know, play card game with her.
I don't have cards.
Gregor, can we borrow your dominoes?
Says, why can't we play right here? You're going to try and take my bones.
Susie, please go with Cassandra, okay? I have to talk to Gregor about grown-up stuff really quick.
She says, you're not gonna try to take his bones, are you?
I don't want anybody's bones. In fact, I don't even want my bones.
She says, I think she's going to try to take my bones.
How would I take your bones, Gregor? How would I take your bones?
I don't know.
Why are you so worried? Why are you so worried about your bones, Gregor?
Because bones are the source of power.
Gregor, where are your sleeping pills?
He says,
It's none of your business. They're in my bag.
Okay. What do they look like?
What? They're powder. I mix them with drinks every night.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I feel like I'm connecting the dots, but I don't know if I'm connecting them in the right order or to the right or in the right way.
He screams, Help! Help! She's trying to take my bones!
We are sitting here having a normal discussion and you are yelling about bones.
You've been acting strange all day, dear.
I'm trying to solve a murder, Gregor. Do you mix your sleeping medication at the coffee cart?
What?
Do you mix your sleeping medication at the coffee cart?
No.
And would you notice if some of your sleeping medication was missing?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't count it.
Can you check and see if maybe you feel like you're missing some?
You're trying to lure me to my cabin to take my bones.
Oh, you said it's in your bag? Okay. Here, you stay here and I'll go to your cabin.
Don't you invade my cabin.
Okay, then come with me.
Let us bring the Lord Commander then.
Okay.
That way I know that you're not going to take my bones.
Fine, bring her.
He gets up and says,
Unbelievable.
and marches forward. Nix happens to be walking through the door at that exact moment, and he says,
Ma'am, you must arrest this woman. She's trying to take my bones.
I'm not trying to take your bones, you crazy old man.
She's been acting strange all day, and I wrote her a prescription for extra bones, and then she comes up here and tries to isolate me from Susie. She's trying to take my bones. She learned the secret of power and decided to use it against me.
Show me your sleeping medication, you crazy old man. I don't have time for this.
Nix pinches the bridge of her nose and she says, what is going on?
This fucking crazy old man thinks he's trying to take his bones. I asked him about his sleeping medication. What the goddamn hell does that have to do with bones?
Are you looking at Nix?
No.
So you're yelling at her, but looking away.
I'm just yelling in general.
She says, "Please look at me when we talk to each other."
I am under the suspicion that somebody was drugged with sleeping pills, and Gregor is the only one who has sleeping pills or sleeping powder.
He says, "Why would you think someone was drugged?"
Because the conductor sleeping, and he don't usually do that, and there's white powder on the coffee cart, and he drank coffee before he fell asleep.
Are you conducting an investigation on this train? Still, after I told you to please stay out of official business.
No, I found some powder, and I thought it was suspicious, so I asked around about it. That's not conducting an investigation. That's just being nosy.
That is, by definition, conducting an investigation.
No, it's just being nosy about it.
Give me a stealth check.
No. 13.
She squints at you again and she says, "I definitely know you."
I don't think so.
Who are you really?
I have to go now.
Nyx Lumen says, "You're trying to run an investigation while I already explicitly told you to stop investigating." And Gregor says,
Yes, he's trying to investigate my bones.
and Nyx says, "I'm going to go have a chat with Logain Highever."
Okay. Have fun.
She looks directly at you as she's passing you by.
I look away.
She gets uncomfortably close as she's passing you, like nose practically touching your ear and squinting at you as she passes.
I look away.
She then continues on her way back to the kitchen car.
God damn you, Gregor. Show me your fucking sleeping pills.
I'm not going to my cabin without her.
Fine. I push past him.
What? Where are you going?
I go up to Kaylin.
Okay.
He says, "Are you going to my cabin?"
And he follows you.
I go up to Kaylin. I need to get into this old man's room.
Entering my cabin would be an invasion of privacy.
I need to get into this old man's room.
Says, "I'm going to alert the Lord Commander." Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Gregor, we have been friends up until this point. Why are you all of a sudden in a tizzy?
You are not allowed in my cabin. Absolutely not.
You are being very suspicious.
You've been suspicious this entire time.
Okay, so why won't you let anyone into your room? That seems a little suspicious.
Because you don't need to go through my things.
I'm not going through your things. I asked you to show me your sleeping medication.
I don't trust that you're going to go through my things to look for my medication. And you're going to try and steal my bones.
Okay, how about this? I will stand outside your cabin while you go in and get your medication.
But you're going to come in and take my bones.
Okay, what if Brekka and Kaylin are there too?
They could be in on it. Are you all here to steal my bones?
What if I give you a bone?
What?
What if I had a bone that was pretty cool and I gave it to you?
I don't understand.
Like,
you
what if
could
I...
still take my bones.
Okay, but why would I take your bones if I'm giving you a bone?
I have plenty of access to bones. I have many bones inside my body as well. In fact, I have some extra bones.
Okay. So...
I'm going to the Lord Commander if you're trying to get in my car.
All right, well, I guess I'm just going to go take a nap then.
Says, no, you're trying to get into my cabin. I just know it.
I'm going to go take a nap.
Give me a deception check. It's gonna be a pretty difficult one since you literally already told him your plan.
Nope. Absolutely not. That did not. Absolutely not. No.
What'd you roll?
I got a 9.
You're lying to me now. Friends don't lie to each other.
Okay, well, friends also don't accuse each other of trying to steal each other's bones.
I wrote you a prescription for bones, and then you immediately started acting strangely. On top of the strangeness, you were already exhibiting.
I don't want your bone. I rip up the prescription. I don't want your fucking bones.
Now you have to get them from me.
All right, fine. I go back into the dining car.
Okay. You return to the dining car with him, and Brekka and Galen look very confused as you exit.
I don't know what you want me to do, old man. What do you want?
He says, we can wait right here until the train arrives at port.
No, I can't do that. I run.
He's trying to get into my cabin!
And he runs back to the kitchen car to alert the Lord Commander. You run where?
I don't know.
To Brekka and Kalen?
I guess. That old man is suspicious as fuck.
They say, what is it that you want? Do you want me to get into his cabin? And then Brekka says, I share a cabin with him. I could just let you guys in.
Yeah, like, and hurry before we're all arrested.
And they say, well, I guess we've already broken the law as it is, so let's go. And the four of you run forward to Brekka and Gregor's shared cabin. Brekka unlocks the door, and you have access into his cabin now.
I look for his sleeping medication.
Okay. You rifle through his bag. Give me an investigation check. You look through some there's like a bunch of newspaper clippings in here. There's a lot of different medical implements. And then you find a small bottle of this powder.
Okay.
Similar to the powder you saw in the dining car.
Okay, so this is it, but I don't know what to do with it now. Because I don't...
He says, I don't know. The bottle is half full.
Yeah, so some of it's missing. And he only took it one night. So
well,
some
no,
of it...
that's his. He said that's his medication that he always takes.
Oh. But he took his sleeping medication. But he didn't take it last night.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And Brekka says, yeah, I was trying to convince him to do it, but he just wouldn't. He said he's trying to get off of it.
Okay. This seems like a lot, though, right? And if he didn't take it, then he could. But you were in the car with him. I don't know what conclusion to draw from this.
And
I'm not really sure where I was going with this. But I thought that this would be more of a revelation.
And Gregor and Nyx Lumen show up, and she says, what is it, little man? What is it? Of course, it's you again. Am I going to have to arrest you as well?
I'm not doing anything. I'm hanging out with Brekka.
If you continue to disrupt this investigation and invade people's cabins, I'm going to have to arrest you.
Yeah, no, that sounds reasonable to me.
She says, all right, so come with me.
No. You said if I keep doing it, but I'm done with it now. So,
She says, very funny.
Yep. Anyway. Anyway, I'm just here hanging out with Brecca outside of her cabin, so and I'm not doing anything wrong.
She says, Gregor told me you were trying to get into his cabin to
steal his bones? Yeah, it's very likely. I'm sure that's exactly what I'm trying to do is steal his bones.
Let me speak, please. She looks very annoyed. She is like speaking with her eyes shut at this point, and she says, regardless of why you entered his cabin, you are all clearly standing around his cabin.
Yeah, because Brecca lives here too. So I didn't realize it was a crime to be with your friend outside of the place that they're sleeping. I didn't realize that was a crime.
Check.
Ooh. 24.
She sighs one more time and says, very well, and pushes past you and Cassandra, and walks up to Brecca and holds out her hand, and she says, surrender your key, please. And Brecca says, what? She says, surrender your cabin key. And Brecca, like, slowly pulls out her cabin key and hands it to Nyx, who does not break eye contact with her, closes the door and locks it, and puts the key in her pocket, and she says, you are no longer allowed to access your cabin. As for you two, and she turns back to you and Cassandra, she says, one more infraction. If you make my day even the tiniest bit more frustrating, I will arrest you right now, but understand that you are going to be under investigation once we arrive at port.
Yeah, no, sounds completely reasonable to me.
And she says, and she gets, like, again, inches from your face again, and she says, and I mean it, one tiny frustration, and I will cuff you myself. And she pulls out a pair of voidite handcuffs and dangles them in front of you, and she says, I think you would look lovely in cuffs.
What a
puts them back away.
What a weird kink that you seem to have.
And then she walks out of the room.
Yeah, when she's gone, Lisa's like, did you hear that? That was oh, what the fuck?
And Cassandra, you notice Cassandra has her hands balled into fists.
Yeah, I want to punch her real bad too.
And Brecca says, well, good thing I'm gonna be back at port in half an hour, but my stuff was in there, so that's annoying.
Kaylin can literally take the handle off of doors. What are you talking about?
She says, we probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, we're not going to, but I was just saying, like, taking the key really didn't stop you. If you really wanted to get in there, like, you could.
And Gregor walks forward and says,
Now you cannot steal my things or my bones.
Okay, great. Now you can fuck off, Gregor. Nobody wants your fucking bones.
Of course they want my bones. Everyone wants my bones.
Everyone should want bones.
Okay, I'd leave him.
Where do you go?
I don't know. I got the medication, but I don't know what to do with it.
Okay.
I just want to get away from him.
Do you tell him that you have it?
No.
Because you said you wanted to see if he could tell if any of it was missing.
Oh, you're right. Gregor,
What?
I don't give a shit about your bones.
Oh, could you? Of course you do.
Is there any missing from this?
What? How'd you get that?
Is there any missing?
Lord Commander!
Is there any missing?
Give me a persuasion check.
Uh, 19.
Says, wait, yes. What the? Wait, that's less than I had. Give it back! Did you take some of my sleeping medication?
No, somebody else took some of your
It
sleeping
is
medication.
likely far too strong for you. This would knock you out for hours.
Yes, it would.
I've built up a tolerance, but we have to. Hold on, lie down, dear. I need to check to make sure that you're going to survive this.
It wasn't me. It was the conductor who had it.
What?
It was administered to the conductor, and that's why he was asleep. Somebody
How
dosed
did he
him.
survive such a large dosage?
I don't know. Go check to make sure he's not dying.
Conductor!
He runs out of the car.
I look at Brecca. I'm like, "Did you dose the conductor, Brecca?"
Says, what?
The conductor was dosed with Gregor's sleeping medication, and that's why he was asleep. And the only other person who had
Okay.
access to that room was you.
And Kaylin. And Gregor.
Okay. So,
And Kaylin says, I didn't do it.
I don't know who to believe anymore. Cassandra, what do you think?
She says, I think everyone's suspicious.
Yeah, I'm confused as shit. I don't know. Okay, so it was missing. He was probably dosed, so I don't think it was the conductor. So then so if it wasn't the conductor, was it Gregor? But no, he wouldn't admit that some of it was missing.
Brecca says, all right, well, it seems like we're not going to solve this before the end of the train ride.
Okay, well, we have to.
And she says, we're just going to have to let the investigation happen, I guess. And she says, we've only got 30 minutes before we get to port, so I'm going to go try and relax a little bit. And she goes and sits in the lounge car. And Kaylin actually hangs back for once and doesn't join her and says,
Kaylin.
can we talk for a second?
Yeah, Brecca's like super suspicious, isn't she?
They say, well, no, I was going to ask about you. Why are you suddenly accusing her?
I tell her all of the evidence that I have against Brecca.
They say, wait, what evidence do you have against Brecca right now?
Well,
Explain what evidence.
A lot of my assumptions. Brecca is one of the only people who had access to the room with Gregor, to his sleeping medication, to dose the conductor. She's very nimble and probably one of the only people to get outside the train to tamper with the water thing.
Mhm.
She Oh, there was more. Fuck. She has. I was gonna say if her and Gregor were sort of like, if they were working together, then like their alibi would be like, you know, it would matter. But it seems like Gregor maybe wasn't aware that she was using his medication. And another thing that I was suspicious about was that she had the poison that kills people just by putting it on them, and she said she disposed of it, but we don't know that for sure. And so I thought that was also really suspicious.
They say, oh yeah, the dermal poison, contact with skin will kill you.
Yes. And she says she threw it away, which I would love to believe her, but nobody saw her dispose of it.
Yeah. But then what would her motive be?
That's the thing. I was thinking
she had that interview that was a bit harsh,
right,
from Thaddeus, but I mean, I wouldn't expect that to be grounds for murder. Although,
see,
I guess it was the only interview she ever did with someone. Maybe she took it a little hard, but even then.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking too. But then I started to think the letter that I tell her about the letter that
okay.
what's his face got. Them, you're right.
See, I told you. You mix it up because them and Brekka are together all the time.
I was just talking about Brekka, yeah. I tell them about the letter that what's his dick got, and I'm like, it seems like somebody was trying to frame him for murder. So I'm wondering if it wasn't even really about Thaddeus. It was more about framing him for a murder. You know?
Why would Brekka have strong feelings about the Templars? I mean,
she's been saying this whole time that she thinks it's them, and like,
well, no, we both have. I mean,
well, right, but
I mean, to be between you and me, I'm pretty suspicious of them too. I mean, they kind of just took over the crime scene immediately. It's
right.
I mean, I know that's their job, but it's also like a little suspicious that none of us have access and only they do. They could be destroying all kinds of evidence.
Yeah, I mean, I went and looked around in there, and he let me, so that was, that was fine. But I don't know. This is the problem. I do not know.
And they say, okay, well, walk me through how you think this worked if Brekka killed him.
There are a couple different ways it could have happened, I guess. I still do not understand what happened with the water, but I maybe have a suspicion if it was Brekka. So, Brekka, so I guess from the start, it would have to be that Brekka wrote Thaddeus and, why do I keep forgetting his name? Logain. Letters, because she somehow figured out some stuff about them. Got them to meet up in the car. Logain and Thaddeus fought. Thaddeus got the head wound and then left. But before all this, I think, is when the water was tampered with. So before even that happened, I think Brekka climbed out, tampered with the water tank. I think that she either emptied it completely or emptied it somewhat, so that when the sprinklers went off, because I think there was a fire, when the sprinklers went off, it did empty the water tank, but there wasn't enough water in there to completely flood everything, but there was still some in it, so things still got wet. And it was enough to like smudge some of the blood. Now, I don't know why or for what, but that's what I think happened. And then I think, and then Susie, after he got the head wound, and then I don't know what happened after that. He was stabbed, he walked back to the jewelry box, he opened it, and then something with fire happened, and his mustache got singed off.
The jewelry box, right?
Yeah.
So then, Why was the jewelry box on fire?
I don't know. Something inside it. Somebody burned something inside it, or when he opened it, it was like rigged to explode or something like that. I don't know. Burst into flames. It had to have been a big flame.
If it made a big flame, big enough to burn his mustache off, then that would definitely set off the sprinklers.
Yes, but if the if the tank wasn't full, then it would drop some water to not flood the room, like you said.
So, yes. But wouldn't she just empty the tank completely if she wanted him to burn alive?
Maybe she didn't want that. I don't know what she did want.
Because you can definitely empty those tanks completely.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I think that she took water out of the tank so that only some of it came through the sprinklers.
So she wanted the jewelry box to burst into flames and then get put out, but not wash away evidence. But then how did he die?
Yeah, I was also thinking maybe she put the poison in the water tank so that when the sprinklers went off, the water killed him. But then I thought, well, maybe the poison would still be on stuff in there, but it's not. But I guess it's pretty dry now. I don't really know if that would affect the poison.
I mean, if it happened in the middle of the night, it probably would have been long enough for it to no longer be potent.
Okay. So that could be what happened. But I still don't understand what was in the jewelry box or the significance of the jewelry box or why it caught on fire and burned his mustache off.
Oh, rigging up a flame trap is it's not easy, but once you know what you're doing, it's not hard to do.
So she wanted there to be a fire so that the sprinklers would go off if there was poison in the sprinklers and the water would kill him. But I don't understand why he would try to open the jewelry box.
Didn't you say it was a hard to open jewelry box?
Yeah, it was like you have to push two things on the side. Logain said that he was looking through it and he couldn't figure out how to get it open.
Cassandra says, so how did he even know how to open it?
Did he see some? But
he would have to be familiar with it, right?
Yeah, which is why I was thinking it was his, or maybe he knew of it before, or like saw somebody open it previously.
Maybe.
If it was Brekka's, would he have maybe seen it when they did their interview or something?
Seems like a strange thing to learn from just an interview.
Yeah, and
Kaylin speaks up and says, why did Brekka do that interview anyway?
What do you mean?
I mean, she barely ever... In fact, I can't think of another time I've read about Brekka in the paper.
It was just that...
That was the only interview she ever gave anyone. She's a very private person.
That was the only interview she ever gave anyone.
Why Thaddeus?
Maybe Brekka isn't who she says she is?
What do you mean? She's definitely Brekka, the ballerina.
Right.
That's her stage name. She doesn't do ballet. Very confusing, I know.
Yeah. She's an acrobat. Maybe Brekka's like secretly also... I don't know. I was going to say maybe she's secretly also an assassin, but this would be a sloppy kill for an assassin. And also, I don't know why she would then try to kill. I don't know. I feel like there's something I'm missing. I feel like
Cassandra, with another stroke of genius, has more advice. She says,
Cool.
well, if we think that it's her, and we think that's how she did the kill,
Okay.
then maybe we should work backwards and try to figure out what her motive could be from the evidence.
Okay. Well, if it's not too
Maybe she's
framed
lying about her motive.
about her motive?
Yep.
Well, her motive would be the interview. Right?
But maybe it's not.
Right. So what other reason would she have?
That's what I'm getting at. Maybe we can piece together what the motive would be from the crime scene.
Okay.
What do we know? What do we know about both her and him? What do we know about the crime scene? There's got to be
Okay.
something, right?
We know that he interviewed her and he wrote her a shitty review or whatever. We know that she must have sent them the letters. So she must have known Logain's secret?
Wait, yeah. How would she have known Logain's secret? I mean, he said it was, years in the making or whatever, but like, I'm surprised that Thaddeus was able to get that secret. How did she?
Did he tell her?
But why would he have told her? Thaddeus seems like the kind of guy to keep stuff like that close to his chest.
Yeah. The only thing, the only way I found it was by going through his stuff. So,
Yeah, but I mean, she couldn't go through his stuff without Kalen's help, right? And then Kalen says, yeah, and I didn't unlock their cabin once until, I unlocked it for you guys.
right. She seems to want the investigation to happen. She was fine with people going through her stuff. She wants to get to port. Because then she can get away. Because there's no, solid proof against her. Right?
Not that I've seen, but it sounds like we have something here. It feels like there's something missing.
I know, and I don't know what it is. Was there some kind of relationship between them that we didn't know?
Maybe.
Why Thaddeus? Besides that review, if that wasn't her reasoning, maybe she burned his mustache off. She tried to if what I'm thinking is correct, she poisoned him with sprinklers. It's all very elaborate.
Kalen says, I mean, that may have been to give herself an alibi.
That she was
in her cabin all night long, and it sounds like she didn't lie about that.
if she could set off the flame remotely, or the sprinklers, or whatever killed him, could she have done it remotely? I guess if she poisoned the water supply and then rigged the thing to explode or cause a flame, it was still her, but she just wasn't there. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense to me.
So the piece I'm missing, the pieces I'm missing are why the jewelry box.
So, to rig up a trap, she would have also had to know how to open the jewelry box. And so would Thaddeus.
They would both have to know how to open it. So why? There's like, well, damn, I wish we could go through her stuff now. Although she was fine with people going through it, so I guess there might not be anything in there. She also probably made the conductor sleepy. Because you were both in there.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't keeping a close eye on her, but she did go get coffee a couple times, so.
Oh, yeah, okay. It was her for sure.
I mean, everyone in the car did. It was, it was fresh coffee.
Yeah, there's so much. For me, it's like, it had to be her. And if it wasn't, I really don't know who it was. But I just don't know how.
You still have lifelines.
What am I supposed to ask them, Benjamin?
I don't know. I'm just making sure you remember. We haven't done a single poll.
Well,
you're saying you feel like you're close.
Well, but I can't ask an open-ended question.
Yeah.
So I would have to have the answer already.
I mean, you can have a few answers.
But I just don't know what to ask. I wish that instead of having me come up with, I wish you had a list of things that I could ask. Because I don't know.
Well, what are the unknowns?
Why, her motive, and what was up with the jewelry box, and how she figured out Logain's secret.
Those both sound like valid questions to me.
But I don't have answers to put in the poll. What am I supposed to put in the poll?
Any reasons? You can't think of any reasons?
Well, like, I could potentially think of some reasons, but that doesn't mean that they're correct. Like... Like, you have to understand that this...
No, I'm not laughing at you. This is just a very funny situation. And I'll tell you why it's so funny later.
Well, I'm so confused. All right, I mean, I guess I'll ask, but I don't know what to ask.
No, you don't have to ask. I don't know that the boys will have answers for you. That's not what I'm laughing about.
Well,
I'll tell you why I'm laughing later. I realized something that's very funny about this situation.
No.
You got this.
I don't think I do.
So the unknowns are, what was they again?
Huh?
What were the unknowns again?
What her motive was.
Okay.
And how they both knew about the jewelry box.
As you say that, Cassandra says, maybe the two of those things are related. If they're the last two unknowns.
Okay. So if her motive had something to do with the jewelry box? Was there jewelry?
Reason that, or maybe the reason that they both knew how to open it.
Her motive was a reason that they both knew how to open it. Both knew how to open it. The only way I can think of that they would know how to open it is if they have seen it before. Right? Correct?
I would think so. I mean, it's got weird switches.
So it either belonged to one of them or they knew who it belonged to, or they both wanted what was inside. Well, because if they both knew how to open it, well, no, I don't know. I don't understand. It's over my head. I don't. I just don't think that I know.
Kaylin says, How long ago was that interview? I can't remember.
I don't know.
They're kind of talking to themselves, and they say, feels like it was maybe 6 months ago, something like that now.
Oh, it wasn't that long ago? I thought this interview happened like a long time ago.
It did.
I mean,
it happened about 6 months ago.
Okay.
So, yeah, if it was the interview, I would have expected her to try and kill him sooner than 6 months.
Right. So it wasn't the interview that was the motive.
So that may have been something that happened
after the interview?
After the interview, yeah. And again, why did she give him that interview? I don't understand.
Are we saying that they had some kind of relationship? How old is Brecca?
She's like 28, 29.
Okay, and how old was Thaddeus?
Probably around the same range. Maybe early 30s at the latest.
Okay. Was this a crime of passion?
Helen says, wait, how long has Thaddeus had his fiancée?
I don't know. I don't remember anything he said to me. Did he say 6 months?
Have they been engaged for even how long have they been I don't know how long they've been engaged for.
I'm sorry. Are you telling me that Brecca... Wait, hold on. But he said he was meeting his fiance. The place he was going.
Yeah,
So if they were on the same train, so is she not his fiance, or is she?
I definitely don't think that she's his fiance is well known. She's a noble. What I'm saying is, I'm wondering if they got engaged sometime after those 6 months.
Yeah,
Lady Gloomare is a well-known noble in the city of Azure, so there's no chance that Brecca could fake being her.
Okay, so they're not the same person. Do we think that Brecca was like his mistress?
Oh my god.
Brecca? That man was so ugly. Whoa.
Slow down. What? I have not described to you that he was ugly.
No, he had ugly energy. Did they start dating after their interview? Or maybe they were
Kaylin
kind of
says,
dating. And then
Kaylin
he
says-
gave her the interview, and then it was bad, and so there was like bad blood, and then he got engaged.
Kaylin says, if I've learned anything about Brecca in the past couple days, it's that she's a very private person. If there was an affair, no one would know about it.
Okay. Sorry. I really was not expecting it to go in this direction.
See, this is why I was laughing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, crime of passion is like one of the big ones that you usually think of, but I was thinking that Brecca was like a lot younger than him. I didn't realize they were around the same age. And also, he had such an ugly personality that I didn't think anybody could like him.
Cassandra says, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. And if he only became public with his engagement recently, maybe that's also when she found out.
So that was her secret, or that was his secret that she learned about and was like,
No. Those notes are definitely about the sigil.
oh, okay. Okay.
She says, if they were having an affair, I mean, that seems reasonable that, you know, maybe he let it slip at some point.
Okay.
And maybe the jewelry box was a gift.
But then why did he try to get into it?
I mean, if you gave someone a gift and then found that very gift at the back of a mysterious train, would you not be curious?
Yeah, but it had blood on it. So I'm assuming that he was...
From his hand.
Yeah. So it was after he was stabbed?
Yeah.
So he's dying. And he sees this jewelry box and he's like, oh, I'm going to go open that. And not like seek medical attention for his stab wound?
Cassandra speaks up and says, Lise, if there's one thing I've learned about in being in your company, it's that it seems that everyone in this fucking world cannot ignore an openable device when they see one, especially a suspicious one.
What?
Well, no, she looks you in the eye and says, no, stop. Look me in the eye. Lise, look me in the eye. No,
try to
stop,
open a weird box.
Stop.
Dying.
I want you to, without a shred of irony, tell me to my face if you saw a suspicious box at the scene of a murder that you wouldn't try to open it.
But not if I was bleeding and not if I was the one dying.
It may have not been a very severe wound, though. Remember, it wasn't very deep. It wasn't a professional cut.
But
He was bleeding, but...
There was so much blood. There was so much blood. Okay, so the fire killed him?
And Cassandra says, oh my god, Lise, have you not been...
Oh, no, you're right. It was it was the poison, of course.
And Kaylin says, oh my god, she's been spending the entire train ride with me. I didn't notice her take a wrench, but she's been with me the whole time. So
yeah,
I may have let my guard down at an opportune time. Hell, she might have done it while I went to the bathroom or something.
Damn, we all got played, huh? Shit. Okay, well, we can't let her know that we know. She's gonna murder us too.
And Kaylin says, yeah, if we don't want Susie to get caught, though, we definitely need to implicate her.
Okay, how do we tell? I can't be the one to tell the Lord Commander this because she is I'm pretty sure if she even sees me before we get to port, I'm gonna get arrested. So somebody else has to tell her all of this. No, we should tell Logain because he'll he'll tell the Lord Commander. Right?
Who are you wanting to tell?
Logain? Oh wait, that's another thing though. How did she know Logain's secret? Is it because Thaddeus knew?
I think so. Again, if they were having an affair, maybe information traded lips or something at some point. Maybe he let it slip.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that would make sense. Okay. Well, I guess we should go tell Logain. Okay, wait. Let's run this back from the start, just to make sure I understand all of the details. Thaddeus and Brecca were having an affair. And she didn't know that he was like seeing another woman or like getting engaged. And so when she found out, wait. So if they were having an affair, did they come on this train together? Or was he like surprised to see her here? Was their affair ongoing or did it end when he got engaged?
I mean, I assumed it would have ended.
Okay. So don't you think that he would have been more like suspicious to see Brecca on this train?
Kaelin says, it's no secret that a lot of people hate Thaddeus, or hated Thaddeus. So, I mean, he saw multiple people on here that didn't like him.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay. All right. So they had an affair. She found out that he was getting engaged with someone else. That sucks. So she planned to kill him. He gave her a jewelry box. She rigged it to, I don't know, explode or have some kind of flame. And she knew that only he would be able to open it. So she wrote letters because she knew the secret about Logain. It was, I guess, just lucky that he was also on this train. So she sent Thaddeus and Logain messages. I don't understand why she sent the message to Logain. Was it, or she was trying to frame him, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
That way she has an alibi and there's a prime suspect.
Do you think that she meant for Susie to get involved, or that was just like a thing that happened also?
Kaelin speaks up and says, I really want to believe that was just a really unlucky coincidence.
Yeah.
It sounds like she was trying to discourage Susie from being involved at all.
Okay, yeah, I think that was just an unhappy accident. But that it did happen. But then when Logain didn't kill him, you know, he just gave him a head wound and left. And then Susie, maybe the jewelry box was like a, what are they called? Like just in case Logain didn't actually kill him, or maybe he wasn't. Maybe he wasn't even planning to hurt him at all.
Cassandra speaks up and says, I just realized he would have seen Thaddeus messing with the jewelry box when he came in, right? Because that's what he was doing when he came in.
So maybe she was trying to kill both of them?
Well, what I'm wondering is maybe that's also why he was wanting to get it open. I mean, from Thaddeus's point of view, everything that happened in there was very bizarre. He was attacked by a man, stabbed by a child, and the only clue he had was this strange jewelry box that he's seen before that the commander was fiddling with.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And then he opened it, it exploded, the sprinklers went off. Damn. What was she gonna do if Susie didn't have that poison?
Kaelin says, she may have been planning to kill him later, but instead saw all the pieces line up here and decided to give it a shot. Even if she failed here, she has an alibi, and no one would be able to prove that it was her.
All right, let's take this to Logain, because I can't be the one to tell the Lord Commander.
Cassandra says, yeah, I think that's all the pieces accounted for.
Jesus Christ.
I think we solved it.
Lisa's like, I have a massive migraine. I never want to solve a murder again.
She looks out a window and says, and if we're gonna do that, we should probably do it soon.
Yeah, let's go.
You guys, does Kaylin come with you? What do you want Kaylin to do?
Yeah, Kaylin can come too.
The three of you run down to the kitchen car, where Logain is still standing. And he says, please tell me you've got good news. The port is in sight.
Bro, I solved it. I didn't solve it. These two solved it, and I was also there.
Cassandra says, I don't know. I mean, we all kind of work together.
Okay, anyway, I explained to him what happened.
Logain says, holy shit.
I know, right? First of
This
all,
guy-
ew.
This guy had a hell of a night.
Yeah. Yeah, you bonking him on the head really didn't help.
Says, okay, we're going to gloss over that. Okay.
So now you gotta tell the Lord Commander, because if I say anything to her, I think she's gonna kill me.
He says, okay, so I might be able to spin a yarn about this. I might be able to talk my way around it in such a way that won't implicate Susie
Yeah,
or myself.
please don't.
But what are you gonna do? She just came by here saying that she definitely recognizes you, and I think she could tell that I was lying when I said I didn't recognize you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I have to get to the capital, but if you guys are taking this train, I gotta find another way there.
He says, yeah, we were heading to Azure, which means we're on the same connecting train most likely.
Yeah. I gotta find another way there, I guess.
And you hear in the distance, train coming into port!
Well, this is goodbye. Do you have anything you want to tell me really quick before I gotta run?
He says,
Like what you're, like who you are and like what you're doing?
I am who I am, but I'm trying. I don't like what's becoming of the Templars. I don't like that they're becoming an arm of the Orin Empire. My family was criminalized by the Tyrian Templars. My father studied magic. My allegiance is not to them. I'm just trying to get close to the Lord Commander, and I need you to trust me on that.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll give this back to you. And I give him the Hallstone.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't know what you're doing with this, but if you're using it to take down the Templars, then fine. But if
Like I
I
said,
find out that
it's a
you're
trap.
killing people, okay, well, cool. I give it back to him. But if I find out that you're killing people,
He says, "Have you ever heard of framing? I'm sure you're familiar with the
yeah,
concept of
yeah,
framing.
yeah,
It's a little thing we do here in the Orin Empire. I don't know if you've heard of it.
yeah. Oh, I'm sure you do it a lot here in the Orin Empire. I'm sure it happens quite often. You wouldn't happen to know about, while I was looking through your things, I found a letter about some prisoners. You wouldn't happen to know how I would get to them.
Says the ones going to Azure?
Yep.
They're in prison by now.
Would you know which prison? Is there like one prison?
The Cerulean Citadel's prison.
Okay. Thanks. Oh, wait, where were they?
He says, you got to get out of the car like now, though, because Nyx is probably going to come back here and get me. And she said if you piss her off one more time.
Yeah, I'm leaving right now. But wait, one more time. Do you know where were they arrested?
On a train. You got to get going now.
Okay, bye.
You walk through the door literally as Nyx you walk into the dining car literally as Nyx enters from the opposite door, and the doors close behind you, and she stares you down.
I sit next to Susie.
You sit next to Susie, and Cassandra sits across from you.
I put my arm around Susie, and I whisper, "It's all gonna be okay. We got it taken care
of." She says, I'm gonna be arrested right when I get off the train.
No. We got it taken care of. You're gonna go with Kaylin.
Kaylin is sitting in the chair back to the side of you, and they give her a thumbs up.
Yeah, you're gonna go with Kaylin, and it's all gonna be okay.
She says, I don't know them all that well.
That's okay. They're gonna take care of you. I promise.
And Nyx walks past your seat.
I look away from her.
And stops right next to you and says, please wait by the benches in front of the train upon disembarking. There will be Templars there to receive you.
Of course.
And she continues back into the kitchen car.
I look at Susan and I'm like, okay, you're gonna go with Kaylin. Have a nice life. And I get up and I run and grab Helga. And I'm like, come on, Helga, time to
go. Helga says, hey, we solved the mystery. You get all details squared away. He killed himself, right?
Sure. Yep, that's
how
what
he do it.
Let's go. I'll tell you on the way. I'll tell you on the way.
But this is so tantalizing. I want to know. Why are we in a hurry? It's nice on this train.
I go get my stuff, and I prepare to make a break for it.
You proceed. You run towards your cabin and pass Brecca in the lounge car. And she kind of gives you a side eye as you're passing her.
I don't look at her. I run straight to my room.
And you begin packing up your stuff.
Yeah.
And as you're grabbing all your stuff, you hear the door in the car just behind this one. Open the main door. The train has fully come to a stop at this point, and some people are filing off and some people are filing on.
We gotta go now. Get lost in the crowd.
And some of those people that you're hearing out there sound like they've got some heavy armor on.
Oh shit. Okay, is there another way off this train? We gotta get off this train.
And you hear some muffled conversation in the car next to you. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh shit. Nat 20.
You hear Nyx Lumen talking to two people you haven't heard before. And you hear her say,
in the car just forward of this one. Go retrieve her, please.
I make a break for the maintenance hatch.
As you come out the door, you see a Templar opening the door to your car. And he says, ma'am, I'm going to need you to come with me, please.
Can I get to the maintenance hatch?
Probably gonna have to roll for initiative if you're trying to resist him retrieving you.
I don't want to be retrieved. God damn it.
You gonna roll for initiative? Is that what we're doing?
I don't want to roll for initiative. I wanted to get away.
I wanted everything to work out.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Yeah, give me initiative.
Well, hold on. I asked Cassandra. I'm like, do you think we should run?
I mean, they're gonna know that we're the Chaos Crusaders.
So you're saying we should run?
It's up to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna make a dash. I'm gonna make a dash for the maintenance hatch.
Yeah, give me initiative.
I got 9.
9. Okay. Roll for Cassandra,
All right.
and I guess I'll roll for Helga.
Cassandra got 21.
Oh my god! And got 21, and Helga got 17.
All right. I guess I'm the last to go.
Yeah. First up in the order is Cassandra.
Cassandra, go get the hatch open.
She sprints forward and uses her action to open up the hatch. The hatch is now open.
Okay.
Next up is Helga.
Helga! Hold on. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Helga's gonna run for the maintenance hatch.
Okay. She runs for the maintenance hatch and exits the train at the station. We're going to switch maps really quick to the station. Yeah, she was about here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So she just got out of the train. And the Templar is about here. Okay. Helga runs forward and gets through the hatch and arrives on the platform to reveal multiple other Templars waiting outside.
Great.
You hear that Templar behind you yell, "Hey, wait, where are you going? Hey! Hey!"
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Next up in the initiative is him. He's going to run up and try to grapple you.
Okay.
He's going to try and restrain you. So give me a... I believe it's just a strength contest, but let me check. Oh, it's an attack action.
Okay.
Okay, so he's gonna attack you to try and grapple you.
Okay, I use shield.
You must try to seize the target by making a grapple check instead of an attack roll. Wait. If the target of your grapple must be no more than one size larger than you and must be within your reach. Using at least one free hand, you try to seize the target by making a grapple check instead of an attack roll. A strength check contested by the target strength. Okay, I was right. It is a strength
It's just a
contest.
strength. Oh, well, this isn't going to go well.
Give me that strength check.
13.
Yeah, 15 wins.
Damn it.
He restrains you.
You bitch. I bite him.
You can, now that it's your turn, you can redo that check to try and break free, or you can, do any other number of things. But if if a spell that you try to cast requires a somatic component, then you will not be able to perform it.
Requires a somatic component.
Movement.
I know. I tell Cassandra. I can't.
Put you in a tough spot.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Helga calls out, "There are more friends out here."
Oh, God. Yeah, I know. Okay.
Use Foxbud. Oh shit, yeah, Foxbud. Foxbud gives in her bag.
Well, I know he's in there, but he's not gonna help right now.
I mean, Foxbud's pretty good at getting free of situations, but
Yeah, but I... Can I delay my turn?
you can. When do you want to delay it till?
After Cassandra's turn.
Sure. I'll just re-drop you in the initiative order.
Okay.
Okay. Top of the order, Cassandra.
Cassandra's gonna cast Polymorph.
Oh, okay. Let me check the specifics of Polymorph again. Can you tell me what you're trying to do?
Turn this man into a frog?
Okay. I don't know if you can turn him into a frog. I think it has to be a same size, right? I could be wrong about that. Saving throw to avoid the effect. To a new form. Okay, the transformation lasts for the duration or until the chopper drops to 0 hit points or dies. New form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's. Yeah, so frog would not work. I will tell you, this man has a challenge rating of 4.
Equal to or less than?
Oh, wait, did I read that wrong? Was it less than?
Equal to or less than.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
He's a frog.
Okay. All right, it's wisdom saving throw it is. Will oh wow, that is a bad roll. 12 do it?
No, sir. He turns into a frog.
All right, we'll do green for frog.
Frog.
This man turns into a frog and you are no longer restrained.
I get up.
Okay.
I let Foxbud gets out of my bag.
Okay.
I tell Foxbud to go get Helga. So on his turn, he will go out to Helga.
No, his turn is your turn.
Yeah, but I'm taking my turn first.
Yeah.
And then he does his thing. So he goes. Is going out the thing an action? Or is that just movement?
No. Now that it's open, it's just movement.
Okay. Foxwood runs out to Helga.
Okay.
Foxwood grabs onto Helga and teleports. Let's see. He can teleport up to 40 feet. Where is 40 feet? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. So he's going to teleport them back like here.
Okay.
And then Lisa's gonna run over to Cassandra and cast Dimension Door.
Okay.
And they're both gonna come out here as well.
Okay.
And so now we're just gonna run. Now we're gonna run.
Okay.
And now we're gonna run.
You teleport out here. After casting all this magic, you hear magic users! There's a magic user on the train!
Run.
And simultaneously, you hear a loud commotion approaching you rapidly.
Uh-oh.
You hear in the distance, around over here, a loud commotion that you can't quite see the source of, but it's gaining rapidly. And it's gotten louder and louder until now when the commotion is right up on you. You see a number of people riding directly toward you.
Uh-oh.
And you see a number of horses charging directly your way. And a number of them are Templars chasing after the person in the front. And they're screaming, "Get them! Get them! Wait! Someone's getting off the train!" And I'm going to drop these people into the initiative order now.
Is that Robin?
And
This is like, Robin!
you see in the distance on the horse that's being chased, you see Robin.
Dude.
They're all dashing on horses toward you. And as Robin approaches you, she says, "What? Lise?"
Don't say that!